In the heart of the ancient forest of Eldoria, a land where magic weaved through every leaf and stone, a young wanderer named Elara stumbled upon a hidden path. This path, overgrown with vines and shrouded in mist, seemed to beckon her with an unseen force. Elara was an orphan, raised by the kind-hearted villagers of Elarion, who had always told her tales of the great adventures beyond their borders. With nothing but a simple staff and a heart full of courage, she ventured forth, seeking the adventure she had always dreamed of. Her days in the village were filled with longing, gazing at the horizon, imagining the wonders that lay beyond. As she stepped onto the path, the air around her shimmered with an ethereal glow. She felt a surge of magic coursing through her veins, awakening a power she never knew she possessed. Determined to uncover the secrets of Eldoria, Elara pressed on, unaware of the trials and wonders that awaited her. The path twisted and turned, leading Elara deeper into the forest. The canopy above thickened, allowing only slivers of sunlight to pierce through, casting dancing shadows on the forest floor. Strange sounds filled the air, the rustle of leaves, the distant call of mystical creatures, and the whisper of ancient spells. After hours of walking, Elara came upon a clearing. In the center stood a towering oak tree, its branches stretching towards the heavens, covered in luminescent moss that glowed with a soft green light. At the base of the tree was a crystal-clear pond, its waters shimmering with colors that seemed to change with every heartbeat. She knelt by the water's edge, peering into its depths, and saw something glinting at the bottom. Without hesitation, Elara reached into the water and pulled out an intricately carved amulet. The moment her fingers closed around it, the amulet pulsed with a warm, golden light. She felt a connection to it, as if it were a piece of her soul she had just found. The amulet bore the symbol of an ancient order of sorcerers, known as the Luminaries, who were said to have wielded the most powerful magic in all of Eldoria. As she stood, clutching the amulet, a voice echoed in her mind. Seek the Enchanted Grove, where the moonlight meets the earth. There you will find your destiny. Elara's heart raced with excitement and fear. She knew of the Enchanted Grove, a place spoken of only in hushed whispers, said to be guarded by fierce creatures and powerful enchantments. Determined to follow this new lead, Elara set off once more. The forest seemed to change around her, the trees becoming denser, the air thicker with magic. She encountered various creatures along the way. A mischievous sprite that tried to lead her astray, a wise old owl that offered cryptic advice, and a pack of wolves that shadowed her steps, watching her with eyes that glowed in the dark. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Elara made camp by a bubbling brook. She built a small fire and ate a simple meal of bread and cheese. As she sat by the fire, she felt a presence watching her. Turning, she saw a figure step out of the shadows. A tall, cloaked man with piercing blue eyes and a staff topped with a glowing crystal. "Who are you?" Elara asked, standing and gripping her own staff tightly. "I am Kale, a guardian of the forest," the man replied, his voice deep and resonant. "I have been watching you, Elara of Elarion. You possess great potential, but your journey is fraught with danger." Elara felt a mixture of curiosity and wariness. "Why are you here? What do you want from me?" Kale smiled, a gentle and knowing smile. I am here to guide you, to help you unlock the magic within you. The path to the Enchanted Grove is perilous, and you will need all the help you can get. Over the next few days, Kale taught Elara how to harness her magic, to draw upon the power of the amulet and the forest around her. She learned to cast simple spells, to communicate with the animals, and to sense the flow of magic in the air. With each lesson, she felt herself growing stronger, more confident. One night, as they rested by a crackling fire, Kale told Elara of the prophecy that had brought him to her. The Luminaries foretold of a young sorcerer who would rise to restore balance to Eldoria, to bring light to the darkness that threatens our land. I believe you are that sorcerer, Elara. Elara listened, her heart pounding with the weight of his words. She had always felt different, as if she were meant for something greater, but to hear it spoken aloud was both thrilling and terrifying. I don't know if I'm ready, she admitted, staring into the flames. Kale placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. You are stronger than you know. Trust in yourself and in the magic that flows through you. The Enchanted Grove holds the answers you seek. You must reach it, no matter the cost. With Kale by her side, Elara continued her journey. They faced many challenges: treacherous terrain, enchanted traps, and malevolent spirits. But with each trial, Elara's resolve grew stronger. She began to understand the true nature of her magic, to feel its connection to the world around her. Finally, after weeks of travel, they reached the edge of the Enchanted Grove. The trees here were ancient, their bark etched with runes that glowed softly in the moonlight. The air was thick with magic, shimmering like 1,000 tiny stars. Elara felt a sense of awe and reverence as she stepped into the grove, knowing she was about to face her greatest challenge yet. At the heart of the grove stood a circle of standing stones, each one carved with symbols of the Luminaries. In the center of the circle, bathed in a shaft of moonlight, was a pedestal. Upon it lay an ancient tome, its pages filled with the secrets of the Luminaries. As Elara approached, the ground trembled and a figure emerged from the shadows. A tall, ethereal being, with eyes like burning coals and wings of shimmering light. I am Arian, guardian of the grove, the being intoned. To claim the knowledge of the Luminaries, you must prove your worth. Elara squared her shoulders, her heart filled with determination. I am ready, she declared, her voice steady. Arian nodded, and the trial began. Elara faced illusions of her deepest fears, battled against magical constructs, and solved riddles that tested her wisdom and courage. Through it all, she drew upon the magic within her, the teachings of Kale, and the strength of her own spirit. Hours passed, and finally, Elara stood before Arian once more, exhausted but triumphant. You have proven yourself worthy, Arian said, his voice filled with respect. The knowledge of the Luminaries is yours.